Hi, my name is Jacob Phillips. I've been with the Knightstown Fire Department for about 7 years now. As a volunteer here at the fire department, I, along with everybody else, are responsible for responding to a variety of medical calls, vehicle collisions, obviously fires, both sometimes in residences or in a field fire and that kind of thing. And so we all have those same responsibilities. In addition to those duties, I also volunteer as the chaplain for the fire department. And with all of that, we have to all be able to operate all of the vehicles and all the equipment on each one of them.
What are a couple of specific duties that you as a chaplain have? What are some rules with that?
Well, it really varies. There's nothing specific. I try to make myself available to people that may need to just have someone to talk to on scene. A lot of times if we have a major incident and we have a lot of firemen there, I will step aside and I will deal with the victims that may not seem like the victims. If they're witnesses to it, it may be something traumatic for them, even though they may not need immediate medical care, for example. Sometimes that means that I'm praying with someone on scene, or I'll meet with people after, a couple days afterwards to see how they're, check how they're doing. And also I'll make myself available to the members of the department as well. So we have 5 fire trucks or apparatus, and they each have a specific role, even though a lot of them serve kind of a dual purpose. So our newest one is engine 21, and that's the primary vehicle that we'll take if there's any kind of a structure fire. And it is probably what most people would think of when they think of a fire engine. Its primary purpose is to carry water and provide that to extinguish fires. Another one that we have is the one we call the rescue truck, and it's essentially a big rolling toolbox on wheels. It doesn't have any firefighting equipment per se, but it does have a lot of things that we would use for vehicle extrications, recovery, and if we had to do any kind of a rescue. And it's really just an all-around vehicle that we take out. It has all the hydraulic cutters, the jaws of life that people would think of are on there, as well as a variety of other tools that we would use for different scenes. Another one we have is Tanker 24. And it's probably the biggest hybrid. It does have the ability to fight fires. We'll take it out for vehicle fires on the highway commonly. We could use it for smaller fires, but as the name denotes, it's primarily a tanker. So it's has the capability of doing some extrication like the rescue and fighting some fires like the engine. But we use it primarily to bring extra water to the scene because a lot of the area that we're responsible for is not in town, and there are no fire hydrants. So we only have the water that we are able to bring to the scene. That's also the primary truck that we will use for mutual aid if we're going to go assist another agency with a fire they have. So again, we're bringing water to them. So we also have the one we call grass truck, Grass 28. And it's essentially a large commercial-looking 4x4 F550 that we use for putting out brush fires. It gives us the ability to drive into a field or into the woods or whatever and extinguish that fire. It has the smallest amount of water on it, so we would typically have to bring the tanker with us to refill it, but it's kind of our go-anywhere vehicle for putting out fires in fields. It also serves as a secondary medical vehicle. It doesn't have quite the supply of medical equipment as the rescue vehicle, but it does have a small amount, so it's something we can take in town if it's a minor medical call. We don't really have any standing events that we do for the community. We participate in the Jubilee Days parade every year, but we don't really have any standing events. We do have some kind of routine things that we do on a semi-regular basis. One is we have a trailer that's a miniature house, and we bring it to the elementary school, and then it simulates having a fire in a house, and we bring the elementary school kids through it and teach them how to detect fire and smoke and how to evacuate a house safely. We do quite a bit with fire prevention and routinely have different school groups come to the fire department and give them tours of the fire trucks and stuff. That's kind of fun, but there's always that background message of fire safety and fire prevention. I have to say that we have a tremendous amount of support from the community. They seem to really appreciate what we do. Obviously, the ones that have had us come to their home or their vehicle or to the aid have a greater appreciation for that. But we get a tremendous amount of support from the community, and it makes the volunteering is worthwhile anyways. But getting that recognition obviously is a verification, validation that we're doing the right thing, that we're providing a good service to the community.